Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radharamana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Radharamana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Madhurang Madhurevyopi Mangalevyopi Mangalam Madhurevyopi Mangalevyopi Mangalam Pavanam Pavanevyopi Harina Eva Kevala Abrahma Stamba Paryantam Sarvamaya Mayam Jagat Abrahma Stamba Paryantam Sarvamaya Mayam Jagat Satyam Satyam Param Satyam Harinama Eva Kevalam Saguru sapita chapi samata bandhavo pisa Sikshayet chet sada smartum Hare nama eva kevala Nishvase nahi vishvasam Kadarudho bhavishyati Kirtaniya madhobhavyat Harinam eva kevala Hare sada pashetatra Yatra bhagavata jana Gayanti Bhakti Bhavan Harinama eva kevala Aho dukkam mahadukkam dukkha dukkataram yatha Katsayam vismritam ratna harinama eva kevalam Diyatam diyatam karno niyatam niyatam vacha Giyatam giyatam nityam harinama eva kevalam Trinakritya jagat sarvam rajate sakala param Chidanandamayam sudham harinama eva kevalam Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam Hare Nama Kalo nastyeva 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 gatiranyataha gatiranyataha Again, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam Kalo nastyeva 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 gatiranyataha gatiranyataha Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribo, Haribo. Hari Om, Jai Gaur Hari Om. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Harinama Sankirtana ki jai. Oh, yes, you want to take this away. Yes, please. Thank you. I'm going to quickly read the translation. Actually, we're a quite smaller group today. That means I scared everyone else away.
The youth group have a meeting. So
Oh.
all the youth are down there.
Oh, okay. That's part of the explanation. The other, yeah, that's another. So, I heard 2 o'clock is coming. Anyway, so we have here the hardcore. All right. Let's read the translation of this very briefly. The holy name of Sri Hari is alone the sweetest of all sweet things. It is the most auspicious of all auspicious things, and it is the greatest purifier of all purifying things. The entire material creation from Brahma down to the clump of grass is a product of the illusory energy of the Supreme. Sri Harinam is the alone reality. If someone teaches us to remember the holy name of Hari alone, then that person is our preceptor, father, mother, and friend. There is no certainty when one's last breath will come. Therefore, the name of Hari must be exclusively chanted from one's very childhood. Sri Hari eternally dwells in that place where great souls chant his holy name exclusively with great devotion. Alas, what a sadness, what a great sorrow. It is more painful than any misery that this jewel of the Harinam has been mistaken as a piece of glass and has thus been forgotten by the general mass of people. Hear the holy name again and again, utter over and over again. Eternally sing the name of Hari exclusively. It is Harinam alone which is full of ecstasy and divine knowledge. It is the most pure and reigns supreme over all, making the entire universe seem as insignificant as a blade of grass. Harinam, Harinam, Harinam eva kevalam. So now, as our first exercise for today, I suggest that we do some churning of ideas in small groups of how we could present this. I mentioned yesterday at our time, at the end of our session, this idea that we make a presentation which could be some sort of, yes, a performance which would have some slightly, let us say, dramatic component, which could involve everyone. Everyone could sing along, so to say. And the image I had in my mind is of a music video, but a music video is not what we're going to make. But another thought I had is in terms of form or style is the rap song. Do we have any rappers here? No rappers? No rappers. We have to get the youth up here for that, right?
That's our salvation.
Or we have to get my godbrother Kalakanta Prabhu, who translated the Bhagavad Gita, the entire Gita, into rap. And he called his book, The Rap of God. Some of you will get that, and some of you won't. It's a pun. The wrath of God, you've heard of the wrath of God? Yeah, he wrote The Rap of God, Bhagavad Gita. Okay, now, but I see one technical problem. Well, can we project some of the translation up here? Oh, you have it. Okay. If this were a little further back, I could see.
You have a different translation.
This is different from that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. It doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be the same. The basic idea is there, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, what do you think? Shall we try this? Groups of 2, 3, 4. Let's just churn and see what we come up with. Somebody can take notes for the next few minutes.
So it has to be a rap or any other?
Doesn't have to. It's just my suggestion. It's just what came to my mind. Yeah. You're not convinced.
No. Just what we should discuss.
What we're doing, we're trying to create
A rap.
an event. It could be a rap. That was just my idea. Yeah. And if we get something together, again, a reminder, one idea we had yesterday, a kind of seed idea, was we have one person who hears and he is doubting. And in the course of the song, he becomes more and more and more open that maybe it's possible. And then by the end, he's joining in, or she is joining in, or they are joining in to the song. So we would have a short progression in this way from the doubting person to, yes, Krishna, Harinam Eva Kevalam. That's one idea. But you can have other ideas. You're all looking a little bit like, what do you actually want? So let's see, how can we get you going on this?
I have an idea.
You have an idea.
Yes. I mean, I have it in my head, but I'm not a musician, and I don't know how to rap. but I have it in my head how it would sound.
Uh-huh.
So it would be like first the person would rap, for example, the first line, and then he raps until the greatest group are all fine things, and then he says the holy name of Shri alone is everything, and then the other person who has a nice voice then sings Maduram Madure Vyopi Manga and so on, or everyone sings, and then the second verse is again a rap in English, and then again is Sanskrit.
Yeah, that can work. Let's do it. Okay, we just need someone to compose a rap. Who's a rhyming poet amongst you?
I'm trying to get the points, like the buzzwords of each of the verses, and then maybe we can do something with the buzzwords. First one would be sweet, second is illusion, reality,
Yeah.
and then we can maybe build
Oh,
something,
to get a basic essential point of each one? Yes.
and then build something with it.
Okay. Yes.
We can combine it with, if you do a lila with it, like
Alila?
Yeah, like while singing, imitating it.
Okay. The principle I mentioned yesterday of improvisation is yes and. So I was tempted to say, oh, we may not have time for a whole like that, but maybe someone can be pantomiming while someone else is rapping. I don't know. Yeah, everything is possible. Okay, you want to work on that? Tell me again your name. Gor. Yes, Gor. Would you like to work on that? And you will work on that also?
No, I just had an idea. I was thinking that it could be a musical, not necessarily rap, depending on different music styles.
Different style for each.
And it could be a drama, a combination. It's like a person travels, he swears in different scenes. He sees Gyan, he sees Karma, and he's not satisfied with any of those. And he finally reaches the land of the Harinam, and that is where he finds peace. And for every scene, you can have a few lines of music or rap.
Wow, it's starting to sound like a whole Broadway production.
We need a month.
We need?
A month.
A month
We have to extend the
to
retreat.
produce. Yes, we can extend the retreat. Yes, months.
I like the idea of Prabhu because if you just go a little bit up in Gopalaranjana, can you please show the second verse? So, for example, so the person raps, and then you can have a picture of the entire universe. Someone can draw, and then he says the entire universe. You show in some scene the picture. From exalted Brahma to the lowly clump of grass can also be that someone is acting a Brahma, and someone is acting a grass. And then the illusory energy of the Supreme Lord, it can be somehow active. And then the true preceptor, true father and mother, someone can just be in a scene of like a mother and father or a friend. So like this, it could work like this.
Okay, I think we're starting to get somewhere, but now what I see is we're going to need some organization to make this happen. So we're looking for a team of, let's say, four of you. Would you like to take part? You're having this nice idea?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not so good at acting and things like that.
No, but you're an idea person. That's good. You can find actors later. Deva Radhika, you're making notes.
I'm trying to write a rap.
You're writing a rap?
I'm trying to rap, yes.
All right, we have a rapper.
I don't know.
Yes, Gaur.
I mean, we're talking about organization where we can maybe a team of people who write together, and then there is people who act together, and then somebody can direct and we can bring them together. Because otherwise,
Yeah.
it will go.
Okay, but I think before we have something written, it's not going to be anything for those who are acting to work on. Okay, so today is, what's today? Today's Tuesday. All right, we have today, tomorrow is Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, and then Friday. My idea, whether or not we can do it, but the idea is we could do a little performance Friday evening. But I think it should not take more than 10 minutes, the whole thing, because the main event is going to be Gauralila, Prabhu's drama. So we can't take too much time. Yes, and that's...
I was thinking, because we only have about 10 minutes, we were thinking of like, I think I mentioned yesterday, showing the process of the mind surrendering, and that could perhaps take like a conversation between the two, or how many other people, like maybe having a sort of sangha, or like a discussion of like the that structure of like going verse by verse. One person could symbolize the mind, another person could symbolize, I'm not sure, the soul, the ego. Yeah. If we're thinking about structure and we want to keep it short, then we could follow the verse.
Okay, you're thinking about having personifications, so in an allegorical way, of certain person figures or concepts. So there would be a personified mind, a personified soul, and they're having a conversation.
And then, like after each verse is discussed, the rap could commence at that point, singing.
Oh, I think I see what you're saying. Well, that's a possibility. Yes.
Is it possible that everybody could take part somehow? Is it possible? I mean, how do you think? I mean, of course, somebody will be the person who doubts and so on, and somebody will recite. But how is it possible that everybody could take place? Maybe the others could also somehow sing together.
You want to involve everyone? I think we can get everyone singing the verses, at least that. Yes. Yes.
Also for the acting, when we act the verses, I think there are quite a lot of people required. And if maybe there is Brahma and the demigods worshiping, this is already quite a lot of people.
This is becoming a Broadway production. Yes, Surakan. You have to speak much louder, I can't.
If you have 8 verses, and after every verse is like the holy name is everything, everybody could sing together that part. And in this way, it's like a unified thing. And then, it could be also like a question. For example, what will be sweeter than things? More auspicious will be purified. Yes, the great all purified will be purified all things. And then
you start with a question.
Yeah, it's a kind of questions every time.
That's an interesting idea. Yeah, okay, I like that. Maybe you can formulate a question for each of the verses.
No, I'm not so good in that. That's possible.
Give it a try. You'll get some help. We have a rap of the first verse.
But it's embarrassing. I will read it.
Microphone.
Go ahead. Yes, microphone. Microphone.
And the beat. We need a beat too, no?
Here.
Yeah.
You can sing it out, but I can.
Go ahead.
Sweeter than the sweet that makes the heart beat. It is all pure and auspicious. How can you be suspicious? Shri Harinam has its own charm. Shri Harinam alone will leave you mind blown.
Whoa.
That's how far I got with the first verse.
That's it, isn't it? That's what it is. Okay, we keep going.
Prabhu had also some inputs here from ChatGPT.
Oh no.
Can you give the mic? Can you give the mic to ChatGPT?
We have different versions, so we tried. We have different versions. So this is the pop. So far the optimal. Sweeter than sweet, Hari's name on repeat, auspicious and pure can't be beat, purifies all, lifts us high, the holy name of Hari puts hearts on fire. That's a little bit.
Not as good as David. So, okay. I think once we get that, such, if you can work on, if we could have for each of the verses such a poetic rendition in English, I think from there, then we can really work out the rest. Yeah.
I think she would be good in Latin because she has this English way of speaking, and when you would speak that like that, it sounds like those like modern. It sounds really good.
Well, we'll see. Maybe we have 8 different rappers. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, let's proceed otherwise from there. Okay, so I have a few things to say on a sort of theoretical perspective on poetry and on play, and then I would like to read some more selections from Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka of Kavi Karnapura. And I'll try to highlight some things from that. And then I have to apologize. Yesterday, I didn't realize we're just going until 1 o'clock. And I was thinking 1:30, and then we went till 1:45 or something. And everybody was very patient and quiet, and no one had said anything. But now I understand why everyone's gone. So, he goes on and on. All right. And after some Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka, I have an idea for a little semi-improvisation. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so a little bit of theory first. Veda Puranam Kavyam Cha Prabhur Mitram Priyeva Cha Bodhayanti Tihi Prahus Trivrit Bhagavata Punaha. Jiva Goswami tells us in the Vedas we learn as a Prabhu. We are taught by the Vedas as a Prabhu, as a master commanding. From the Puranas, we learn as from a friend, Mitra. And from Kavya, from poetry, which includes drama, we learn as from a beloved or a lover. So the basic command that's coming in the Veda is perform yajna. This is kind of the divine command. From Bhagavad Gita, I feel like this is a little too loud, is it?
It's okay.
No? Okay. From Bhagavad Gita, we have Krishna's command to Arjuna to stand up and fight, right? Tasmatvam utishta yasholavasva jitva shatrum bhungshva rajang samriddham mayai vaite eva mayai vaite. Why do I always forget that line? Nimitramatram bhava savyasachin. Stand up, utishta, tasmat tvam utishta. It's in the imperative Sanskrit form. Stand up. It's like a real command. And then he says, bhajasva, enjoy. No, first he says, labhya, utish, tasmat tvam utishta yasho labhasva. Stand up and obtain fame. So he's giving a command like that. And then enjoy the kingdom. Bhajasva Rajang Samritam, the expansive kingdom. Mayaivaite Purvata something eva Nimitramatram Bhava Savyasachin. And then Bhava is also a command. Be. What should you be? You should be an instrument, a nimitta. Just be my instrument. So that's Krishna's way of being a commander, of being a Prabhu. Again, in the Puranas, we have instruction, perform sacrifice. And I would say in general, the message is like from a friend, Indra is pleased by sacrifice. So it's more like an invitation. And we get this also in the Bhagavad Gita when Krishna tells Arjuna, Saha yagya prajashrishva puravacha prajapati anina prasavishadvam shavostvishta kamaduk. He's quoting Lord Brahma saying, I together with Yagya come and I offer this opportunity for everyone to obtain whatever is pleasing. So again, it's an invitation, so it's kind of like a friend speaking. And then in Kavya, we also are encouraged to perform sacrifice. And here I have two examples. One from the Gita, Yagyanam Japa Yagyosmi, Krishna says in the Gita in chapter 10, of yagyas I am japa. Interesting. Of so many kinds of yagya, he says, I am japa. I am the performance of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. He doesn't give that mantra, but he says, he kind of hints like that, and we may say, and that's a poetic expression, really. And then we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his first of his 8 instructions. We know them. We know of them. We refer to them as the Shikshashtakam, the Ashtakam, the 8 Shiksha instructions. So, what does he say? Cheto darpana marjanam, bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam, shreya kairava chandrika vitaranam vidya vadu jivanam, anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnam ritasvadanam, sarvatmas napanam param vidayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. He's describing Shri Krishna Sankirtanam, a specific yajna, and he's describing it in very poetic ways. He starts out comparing the process of purifying to cleaning a mirror. Cheto darpana marjanam. Bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. Then removing or extinguishing the fire, the forest fire of material existence, and so on. There's actually 7 aspects, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur says there 7 flames of the Sankirtan Yajna, and each is described in this verse. But my point is, this is, it's teaching in a poetic way, which means teaching by the beloved, which is the sweetest way to learn. Unless one is a little proud and says, no, I don't learn anything from, I know everything. So, Bodhayantiti hi prahus trivrit bhagavata puna says that all these 3 methods of teaching are available, are present in the Bhagavatam. And this becomes an interesting way to study the Bhagavatam, but that's another subject. Actually, when somebody is doing this, the body language tells me that I'm impatient. I need more entertainment. And then it makes me a bit nervous. Thank you. So I was thinking in the Bhagavatam, again, we have the idea of sacrifice, but in a very special way in Canto 10, chapters 24 and 25. You will all be very familiar. We're hearing about this pastime many times, that the residents of Vraja, Nanda Maharaj, the elders, they're all preparing a sacrifice for Indra, when little Krishna, 7 years old, comes along and says, "Daddy, what's up? What are you doing? What's this all about?" And when Daddy, Nanda Maharaj, explains, we know Krishna says, why are you doing this? I have a better idea. Let's worship Govardhan. Govardhan, it's all right, we can do that also. But for now we're doing Indra Yajna. No, Daddy, I want that we take everything you've prepared for Indra and we offer it to Govardhan. And because Krishna is so charming, I mean, this little irresistible boy, nobody can resist when he smiles and when he makes an idea like this. They're just like, okay, let's do it, whatever. So that's the Bhagavatam teaching, because this is the whole pastime, is about how we want to offer everything to Krishna. And so when Krishna's then, all the trouble starts and Krishna lifts Govardhan hill, then Krishna himself becomes simultaneously the single pillar that's holding up the temple, which is now created by the lifting of Govardhan hill, and simultaneously he is the worshipable deity of that temple, in which all of the residents of Vrindavan are now having non-stop darshan for 7 days and 7 nights, fulfilling their wish, their desire to see Krishna all the time, and pacifying them from their unhappiness that whenever they see Krishna, then again Krishna goes somewhere else. He goes to the forest and so on. And then we have, again in the Bhagavatam, but actually this prayer comes, or this verse comes before chapter 20, I think it's chapter 21, the famous one of the gopis praising Govardhan. Hantaya Madhiramala Haridas Savarya Yat Rama Krishna Charana Sparasha Pramodha Manang Tanoti Sahago Ganayos Tayoryat Paniya Suyavasa Kandara Kanda Mulai. That the gopis are saying, "Oh, Govardhan, you're so wonderful. You are actually Haridasa Varya. You're the Varya, the best of the dasas of Hari, of Krishna. And the reasons for that are, you are the best sacrificer. They don't use that word, but because he's giving himself, his whole body, he is making his body the place for Krishna's fun and games. And he's feeding the cows, and he's providing caves for them to hide and to play, and he's providing kandamulai, roots for eating, and so many things. So this is poetry. This is the poetry of the Bhagavatam, and it's teaching. It's giving a lesson. It's didactic. So I think that's nice to just keep this in mind. There's these three different ways that the literature teaches us. And of course, our attention is especially on the last of these, the kavya aspect. And as I kind of suggested yesterday, we're really just touching on this in very simple ways, and just trying to open up the possibility or the sense that this could be something to investigate further. So, and I said yesterday that Kavi Karnapura is one of our great poets of the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition. I should say the Vaishnavas of various traditions, they all have their great poets. And we can go back many centuries to the Alvars of South India, writing in the Tamil language. And so, for example, there are 12 Alvars, poets. I think all but one of them are male, one is female. One of the perhaps most prominent is Nam Alvar, also known as Shattakopan, who wrote the Tiruvai Mori, which is a series of, I think it's 1,100 verses in Tamil, glorifying the Lord in wonderful ways, very sweet, very rich ways. There's this tradition of devotional poetry that goes back to the Alvars. In the Shaiva tradition, there's also, what are they called? There's a collection of 63 poets, I think, from South India. But my point is just, we shouldn't, I think, we don't need to think in a sectarian way, that all over India, going back centuries and centuries, there's very rich poetry in Sanskrit, but also in vernacular languages. Vernacular means kind of local languages. Yeah. And then it's been said, and this is from some scholars of Bengali literature, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started a whole new period of Bengali literature. So many writers were inspired by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that they were writing songs and dramas, and that's marked by the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one of the poets who was inspired to write in Sanskrit language was Kavi Karnapura. Now, we're reading this opening section of the first act of his Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka. And one devotee commented to me earlier this morning, yeah, we were listening earlier to some reading of Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka, but we found it very difficult to follow. It doesn't seem to have so much of a storyline. And I said that's because Kavi Karnapura's purpose was mainly didactic. I've used that word now 2 or 3 or 4 times. Didactic means teaching. And what he's teaching is the theology of who is Krishna and who is Chaitanya and what is their relationship. That's basically what he's teaching. But he's doing it in a dramatic way, meaning that I mentioned also yesterday, for there to be drama, there has to be some sort of issue, some sort of problem. There has to be something to talk about and possibly argue about also. So, what do we have in the beginning? We had 2 allegorical figures, and I wanted to say a bit more about allegory. We have some allegory in the Bhagavatam. Anyone know what allegory we have in the Bhagavatam? With respect to his, let's see, possibly. Yes? Yes. Puranjana, that's the main sort of explicit allegory. Yes, Hanisa. Yes, that's one which it's not explicit, it's not declared to be an allegory. The Puranjan story is declared. This is an allegory. Narada Muni says, now I'm going to tell you a story, and it is allegorical, basically. But in the first canto, there is personified earth, the cow, personified what? The bull. Dharma, yes. So, and they're speaking to each other, and we know that story. It's kind of a mix. It's allegory, and then there's the king, who is a real king, and he's talking to the allegorical bull and cow. But the point I want to make is, what is allegory? Allegory means you have some abstract concept, something conceptual, and that concept is now personified. It becomes, it takes a voice. So irreligion, that's a concept. It's a very abstract concept, adharma. Adharma. And then adharma as a person speaking, that's what we have in the beginning of the Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka. And of course, we also have the personality of Kali. They're speaking together, and curiously enough, although we would think they would, so to say, be both anti-Lord Chaitanya, we might say, it turns out that Kali seems to be very much favorable and appreciating that Mahaprabhu is coming. The problem here, the dramatic problem, is there's the age of Kali happening, and there's Chaitanya coming and doing something about it. Or is he doing something about it? That's the question which irreligion, adharma, is bringing. He's not so sure. Kali is very sure, and adharma is not so sure. So they've been talking, and now Kali says, "Friend, listen, I hear tumultuous sounds of bliss from Shiva's house. I can guess these are limitlessly glorious pastimes that fill the heart with wonder." This is Kali speaking. And then there's sounds from behind the curtain, and there's the sound of ladies making their oolulululululu sound, and so on. So, and then Kali goes on to describe this festival that's going on. Of course, this is going to be with Lord Chaitanya and his associates at Srivas Thakur's house. And Kali says, this is text 87 of Act 1, "Friend, I see Srivas giving duties to his brothers. I think the great Abhishek festival of ecstatic Lord Vishvambara Deva, who is now revealing that he is the Supreme, has begun." Okay, so here's a theological point. There is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and now he's appearing as Mahaprabhu, and to demonstrate his supremacy, there's going to be a ritual. And what is the ritual? It's Abhishek. What is Abhishek? Abhishek, from Abhisinchana, Sinchana means sprinkling, is traditionally the way of coronating a king. You want to establish a king, you make him all wet first. And then irreligion. Irreligion is he's still having doubts. He says, if he's the independent Supreme Personality of Godhead, then why is he overcome with ecstasy? God should be, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And here is this, you're saying he's the Supreme Lord. Yadyayam svayam svayantrita ishvara eva tada katam adunika avesha. Avesha means, it can mean possessed, like possessed of a ghost, possessed by a ghost. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we sometimes find the word prema vesha to describe Mahaprabhu. He is prema vesha. He's been possessed by prema. So now Adharma is saying, what kind of a god is that who's possessed? Well, Kali has something to say about this. He says, although he is always the Supreme Lord, because he is supremely independent, he does not always reveal his identity to others. By his own wish, he sometimes performs actions that seem material. The wise call these his sweet pastimes. Okay, that's his theological explanation for, why the Lord is showing these emotions. And then he describes more about the festivities that are going on. And there are voices please come fetch more water. We need this and that. So much is happening. They're carrying pots. Women are coming and going. So it's a whole hubbub happening. And, let's see. Oh, yes. Kali says, carrying auspicious pots in their hands, the women come and go. They go from the town to the Ganga, and from the Ganga shore back to the town. In their words are his pastimes. In their eyes are tears. On their bodies trembling. On their braids looseness. And on their cheeks hairs erect in ecstasy. This is very wonderful. And the word is adbhutam. And as has been pointed out by Gopinath Acharya Prabhu in his incredible book about Kavikarnapura, one of the particular interesting features of Kavikarnapura's rasa theory is that adbhuta, wonder, is central. It's the core of Bhakti Rasa. In Rupa Goswami's system, adbhuta is one of the 7 secondary rasas, 5 primary, 7 secondary. For Kavikarnapura, he says adbhuta is, I don't know if he says it's number 1, but he says it's like a foundation. Okay, so Kali's described these women in ecstasy, and then irreligion says, it is said that loosened braids are a symptom of lust. Because that was part of the description. The ladies' braids are loosened. He goes on to say, whenever doe-eyed women walk, there Kamadev conquers. Can a general conquer alone without a conquering army? And then Kali says, loosened braids agitate men and women whose hearts are filled with lust, but they do not agitate they who are free of material desire. Now this reminds me, in Chaitanya Bhagavata, I don't know if we'll have time to read this some other day, but one day Mahaprabhu says, today we're going to perform a drama at the house of Chandrasekharacharya. And he starts commanding who's going to play what, and he doesn't say anything about what's going to be the story. But he says, and I'm going to play Lakshmi. And in the audience are allowed only those people, only those who will not be agitated. And he says this to, I think it's Srivas Thakur and Advaita Acharya. And Vrindavan Das says, and then they hung their heads. And they said, oh, then I am not qualified to see this drama. And then Mahaprabhu says, no, don't worry. I give you divine power. You will not be disturbed. And then when the performance happens, there's Mahaprabhu as Lakshmi. He enters the mood of Rukmini, wanting to be taken away by Krishna from the marriage to Shishupala. And it says, also Sachimata was present in the audience, and she could not recognize her own son. Okay, maybe just 1 or 2 verses more. Yes, Kali says, as water continually falling from Brahma's Kamandalu, or as the swiftly flowing heavenly Ganges on always flooded Mount Sumeru, the Abhishek water flowing from Lord Gauranga's body floods the 4 directions of the world. So again, these are analogies. These are, just as water flowing from Brahma's Kamandalu. So we get a picture of Brahma and his Kamandalu, and we picture Lord Chaitanya there and the water flowing, and the Ganges flowing on Mount Sumeru. So this comparison is made like that. Okay, irreligion is still doubtful. He says, friend, this is greed's opportunity. Greed, which destroys patience, hates happiness, and stops humility, will somehow defeat him. Even Lord Vishnu became greedy for the goddess of fortune and the great Kaustuba gem churned from the milk ocean. Irreligion sees only darkness everywhere. Kali just says, it's not like that. Nayam tata. Pasya, pasya, esha kalu. Look, it is so. He does not speak, he does not see, he does not hear anything. Stunned with bliss, he shines with great splendor. And it'll go on like this. Until eventually Mahaprabhu will wake up from his ecstasy and he'll say, what has happened? What's going on? So there's also this tension between his own identity as Chaitanya, as a Brahmin, young Brahmin man, and as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that's, okay. I'm watching the clock now, so I'm going to stop for now with this and proceed. Okay. So, yesterday, Satchidananda Swami Maharaj explained about the first of 7 oceans of the Lord's qualities. What was it? Compassion. We're just staying with compassion for now. Yes. Kalyana Jaladi, wasn't it? Sorry, not Kalyana, Karunya. Karunya Jaladi, yeah. Now, he explained also some other terms for compassion, but then he more or less concluded by sharing 5 ways that Krishna helps the conditioned soul. Anyone remember? Yes, Ananda's. Creating the material world, yes. Frustration, yes. Shastra. Guru, acharyas, very good. And Stephen? The holy name. Wow, you're brilliant. And here come more deities. Shishi Radha Kanayalal Ki Jai. Okay, now, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains in his Madhurya Kadambini, in which he's describing this amazing progression of the spiritual path from Shraddha, Ado Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangota, Tato Bhajana Kriya, Tato Anartha Nivritti Syat, Tato Nishta Ruchistata, Tata Saktis, Tato Bhava, Tata Prema Yudanchati, Sadakama Mayam Premna Pradubhave Bhavet Krama. He's saying that there is this progression, and part of it is, or one level, which is more or less in the middle, is Nishta. What means Nishta? Firmness, right? Ni means like down, and sta means standing. So it's Nishta, which in Croatian language means nothing, literally. Right, Gatikari? Yes. No, you're from Slovenia, that's right. Okay. Anyway, my point is that then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains there's Nishta Bhakti, but there's also, or Nishtata, but there's also, prior to that, there's Anishtata Bhakti, or unsteady devotion. And he itemizes 6 types of unsteadiness. And we're not going to go into all of that, but I want to take one of them. Well, the first one we won't focus on, but the first one is Utsahamayi, which could be translated as overconfidence. Oh, yeah, chant Hare Krishna, hey, I can do that. I've got it all worked. I've read the Bhagavad Gita. I know a few shlokas, like that. Some overconfidence can come. The second one, and this is the one that I would like to propose that we work on, is called Ghana Tarala. Ghana Tarala. Ghana means literally thick or solid or firm, and Tarala means trembling, shaking, unsteady. So Ghana Tarala Bhakti is Bhakti which is hardcore today, and tomorrow is, I can't do it. It's up and down. It's here today, gone tomorrow, and hopefully back the next day, but it's unsteady. It's thick, thin. Okay? So here's what I would like to suggest that we do. That we get into groups of 2 or 3 and work out a little sketch. And I suggest that the sketch have 3 parts. First part is, there's a problem. Second part is, what to do about the problem. Third part is, we have a solution. And you might consider as solution something from one or more than one of these 5 ways that Krishna helps the conditioned soul. What were these 5 again? First, he creates Shastra. Fourth, yes, Acharya Guru. And fifth, holy name. Okay? So, what do you think? Can we make something out of this? Okay, we don't have much time. Let's take until 3 minutes before 1, and then we can talk about it for 3 minutes, and then we'll see if we want to develop it further, not tomorrow, but the next day. Okay? You don't look very excited about this. You don't? No? No? Yes. Yes, okay, good.
Just a second, I'm supposed to let you know from the other side, the team of cooks, that they will take a little longer for the lunch prasadam until it's ready. So if you would like to go further, like quarter after or something, that's
Okay.
very okay. No problem. Yeah, just to let you know.
Announcement. I've just been informed that we have 15 more minutes before lunch. Oh, so that means we could have more time for continuing the planning, and some of you, I think, are ready to show something. 1 more minute. Okay. Who is ready to do a little sketch for us? You're ready? Please. Microphone.
Haribol. Just now coming. Krishna, 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 he, he. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Sachinandana Gaurani. Okay, we're ready. Ready? So today is a beautiful day. It's Ekadashi, and Rasa, Karuna Rasa has a free day. She don't have to work, and she decided to stay home and do some more sadhana.
Now I will try to really do more sadhana for Krishna. Now we'll offer some fruits. Hare
Then the doorbell rings. Ding dong. It is her friend Gorangi Dasi.
Gorangi.
Hare Krishna. Karuna.
I will offer some fruits and we can chant together. You know, I have time today to
Yes.
really...
Me too. I have also time. We can do some more sadhana together, and we also can chant some more rounds. It will be. I will chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna. Karuna. What do you think? Now we have chanted so much and we have done so much sadhana, and I think we deserve now to have a little break.
Yeah, yes, you know, I have heard for a new film. We can maybe see a film and we can chant during the film. We can chant, sing the film and chanting. Just now offer the very...
Yeah, quickly, but you don't think we will fall in Maya?
Well, you know, Krishna is actually everywhere, actually, here.
You're right. And we have chanted the whole day, so Holy Name will protect us, for sure. Okay, you are finished? Can we start with the... Okay. So we make us very comfortable. Now we can start. And eating some prasad, nothing can go wrong, actually. Oh, wow.
This is how it's very interesting, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, this is a little bit gruesome. Ooh. You sure we should watch this? Krishna will protect us.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Wow. No. Oh, prasadam is finished. And you want to offer some new prasadam? No time. And but I have some chips in my bag, but unfortunately it's paprika chips with onion. But
Krishna will everything just with heart. We can very quickly just think about it.
Yeah. Offer it in the mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Very good. Karuna Sevika, actually, yesterday my mother visited and she gave me a bottle of wine, and of course I was thinking, oh no, I'm a devotee, I will not drink this. But you know, now we are in such exceptional mood, and actually, once in a while, what can you...
It's just somewhat once.
Yeah, so I bring us 2 glasses.
Yes.
So, Hare Krishna. So, then really late in the evening, actually in the morning, 3 o'clock, we have to go to sleep now. Oh my God, I don't feel so well. My head is aching, my belly is hurting. Oh my God, what is the time? Oh, Rasa Sevika, Karuna Rasa, I think Brahma Muhurta is already over. The sun is, I think it's noon. My head is aching too. Oh, I feel really bad. I feel actually I have to go to the toilet. Karuna Rasa, we can never do it like this. I feel so bad. But we have to go to the temple. We have to take shelter from at the lotus feet of the deities and Shastra.
Shastra and read from the
and holy name. Krishna, we are so sorry. But what to do that never happens again, because we didn't even realize actually what we are.
Somehow it comes from within somehow. I don't know. We have to ask somebody.
Sadhu.
Yes.
Sadhu.
Yes.
We have to ask.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
We have a problem.
Problem, yes.
Big problem. We cannot control how to do right our sadhana. Yes.
Yes, one day we do very nice sadhana, and the next day we are really down in the pits of hell, and we don't even know how this was happening and how to prevent. What can be done?
Indeed, what to do? Well, you've made a good start by approaching the sadhus, and I think if you spend more time with the sadhus and the sadhvis, and not just the two of you between yourselves, then they will show you the nice way to keep away from the wine. And yes.
Everything they can read our heart. They can read our minds.
Yes, we should know that Krishna sees everything, right? Yes, He's appearing in so many ways, and He is present in our hearts. So if you think like that, if you keep in mind Krishna is there and He is watching, then this will help. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else fired up to show? Amara Chandra, you were saying you're ready, no? Ja, nein, jetzt nicht mehr, schon. Kein Schluss. Gora? Katikari? No? Not yet. Okay. Yeah, Stephen? Okay. Yay!
So we are now in the city of Zürich, and we have two new bhaktas, Bhakta Nisht and Bhakta Anisht. They somehow came for the first time to the Sunday program, listened to the lecture, but somehow there was a statement made, and no one knows why on a Sunday program such a statement was made. The statement was from Bhakti Saraswati Thakur, namely, he considers only those a devotee who chant at least 64 rounds a day. And let's see how these two take up this message. Bhakta Nisht, what were your thoughts when you are hearing these words of chanting the holy name?
I just thought it was so inspiring that one day, perhaps by keeping at the practice steadily, gradually increasing, with the guidance of senior devotees, I might actually be able to chant that many rounds. Right now I'm just chanting 1 round a day, and so I'm very much looking forward to that possibility in the future.
Perfect. And Anisht?
Yeah, I'm very excited actually. It seems a very enjoyable entertainment. So yeah, I already started chanting 64 rounds from the day one itself, and also immersed myself in the ocean of Krishna books. It's amazing.
Perfect. So they continue their sadhana, and they pass us by. Another Ekadashi comes, and they meet together. Let's see how they converse with each other.
Wow, it's been such a great week. I've been meeting with some mentors from the temple, and now I'm chanting 4 rounds a day instead of 1. This is great. I feel so secure with the guidance of these senior devotees, and I'm just very happy and being steady in Krishna consciousness.
Hi Bhakta Nishta. Yeah, I recently got a new job actually, and unfortunately I could only chant 50 rounds, but I'm still very happy, and I'm still doing more rounds than you.
Great.
You're only doing 4 rounds. You should increase to 64 rounds.
You're
you
right.
Remember the lecture?
Last week, or 2 weeks ago, yeah.
You should do at least 64 rounds. See, I'm doing 50 rounds. Yeah, even
right.
though I have a job.
Yeah. You are absolutely right, Prabhu.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Another Ekadashi passes by. Let's see what's the update.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Wow, 12 rounds. It's amazing. I don't know. How about you, Prabhu?
Only 12 rounds?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very disappointing. I'm doing 40 rounds.
40, wow.
Yeah, and I also go to office daily, and I have a family to take care.
Wow, in 1 month.
Oh, yeah, and I also go for movies, and I read a lot of books.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you. That sounds like a very, you're very busy.
Yeah, of course. You should come and take classes from me, how I do 40 rounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds great, Prabhu. Yeah, I would love that. Okay, tell me.
And in this way, many Ekadashis passes by, and finally, let's see if Anish gets humbled.
Wow, I can't believe it's already been 108 Ekadashis since the first time I went to the temple. By the mercy of the devotees, I've received first initiation, and now I'm steadily chanting 16 rounds and following the 4 regular principles every day. I'm so grateful for the devotees being so merciful to me, and for my spiritual master. How are you doing, Bhakta Anish?
Oh, nice to meet you. Where you went for all these days?
I stayed in Zürich.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't been to Tempel for many days. I haven't seen you. So how's your life going?
Great. Things have been great. Just following the 4 regular principles and chanting 16 rounds and.
What 4 regulatory principles?
And
what you're talking about, rounds?
You know, like, you remember that Ekadashi lecture we went to, like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Bhakti Siddhanta was saying chanting 64 rounds. That was we both joined at the same time. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were chanting so much back then, and.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. Shit. Oh, sorry. Oh, no.
Crap.
I got engulfed in day-to-day activities, and I didn't maintain my steadiness. I should be consistent. Yes, and now I will follow your footsteps. I will start again with at least 2 rounds a day, and will gradually increase.
All glories to the devotees. They're the only reason that I have any steadiness. All we have to do is turn to them, turn to the words of our acharyas and the devotees and Shastra, and we'll have no issue making advancement.
Yes. Thank you.
Bravo. So I think we'll end now for today. And I wish you a wonderful rest of today. And tomorrow is going to be Kirtan Day, right? So, speaking of immersion, that was funny. 64 rounds, yeah. And then chanting what? four regular what? But the two of you with your drinking party, that boy, you went all the way to the extremes, didn't you? Talk about anishtata bhakti. Yeah, notice something about all of this is there's so much humor. And one way of understanding, there's two kinds of laughter, according to one analysis. One is laughing at someone, and one is laughing with someone. And when we see, there's a lot of humor in the Bhagavatam, and a lot of it is evoked by observing foolishness of the likes of Indra, Lord Indra. So we find that we're kind of laughing at Lord Indra. Oh, we can take the example of Govardhan Lila. Indra is doing something foolish, sending the clouds, trying to destroy Braja. And then Krishna creates an instant temple under Govardhan. So we are laughing at Indra, in effect, and we are laughing with Krishna and the Brajavasis. So when we find something humorous, it's usually one or the other. And laughing at is there's also a looking down on. So the person who is being laughed at is always in the inferior position, doing the foolish thing, acting in a way which is lower class or foolish or whatever. So I didn't say all these things now to spoil the fun, but I think it's interesting to know. I mean, there are a lot of theories about humor. What actually makes for something to be humorous? And there's understood to be cultural conditions for, like you tell a joke in one with one group of people and they just stare at you because they don't get it. Another group, they're laughing their heads off. Why? Because they have different cultural backgrounds and different understanding. And of course, there's in-jokes where it's you and one other person, you have something you know between you, and when you just look at each other, you start laughing, or something, some particular relation you have. We can maybe talk next day a little about the philosophy of play according to one Western philosopher. And then some more Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka and some more. I think we need to have some more performance from all of you who have prepared. That means we're expecting you to come on Thursday. Okay? Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful day today and tomorrow. Gaur Premanande Hari Bol Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hari.
A quick note, all the seminars are also streamed and are also recorded on the blackboard outside. If you go down to the prasadam, there's a QR code, and then you can have access to the playlist of the whole week.